This is the official website. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to stay updated. So let's dive in, starting with trick number 1. Using ChatGPT to speed up your research. No need to waste time on tedious tasks like finding basic information or creating outlines. Let ChatGPT do the heavy lifting so you can focus on more complex aspects of your projects. For example, if you want to write about sustainable fashion trends, you can ask ChatGPT to create a detailed outline for a blog post. Simply paste the response into a document and expand on each section, filling in your own thoughts and experiences. Another way to use ChatGPT for research is by having it summarize lengthy articles for you. You don't have to read through every word anymore. Just copy and paste the URL into the chat box and ask it to provide a summary. This way you can quickly grasp the main points without wasting valuable time. Now moving on to trick no. 2. Leveraging ChatGPT to overcome writer's block. We've all been there staring at a blank page unsure where to start. Well, with ChatGPT, you can bypass that initial hurdle. Need a title for your blog post? Ask ChatGPT. Want to generate a list of potential YouTube video topics? You got it? And don't worry about sounding too formal. You can chat with it like you would a friend. In fact, the more conversational you are, the better results you'll get. Don't have a specific question in mind? No problem. Try something like, give me 5 unique blog post ideas about, and then enter your topic. It's that simple. And here's a pro tip. Once you have a list of potential titles or ideas, don't just stop there. Have ChatGPT analyze them to determine which ones might perform best, based on factors like search volume and competition. Now moving on to trick no. 3. Utilizing ChatGPT to enhance your language skills. Want to become a more effective communicator? Then try using ChatGPT as a language partner. Not only can it help you expand your vocabulary, but it can also improve your grammar and sentence structure. And here's the beauty of it. You can engage in natural conversations without worrying about making mistakes. Why? Because ChatGPT won't judge you. It's here to help you learn and grow. So whether you need to brush up on your Spanish, practice your public speaking skills, or simply want to improve your overall language proficiency, ChatGPT has got your back. Trick no. 4. Asking ChatGPT to explain complex concepts. Many of us encounter technical terms or theories in our daily lives, whether it's artificial intelligence, quantum physics, or macroeconomics. Understanding these concepts can be tricky, but thanks to ChatGPT, you can simplify this learning process. Here's what you do. Type in the term or theory you want to understand, and then ask ChatGPT to explain it to you as if you were a child. The AI will break down the concept into simple terms and examples, making it easy to grasp. Still not sure? Ask it to explain it another way, or even use analogies to further simplify the explanation. Remember, learning doesn't have to be difficult. So don't hesitate to ask questions and explore new ideas with ChatGPT. Next up on our list is trick no. 5. Teaching ChatGPT. Yes, you heard that right. You can teach this AI model new tricks. How? By providing it with specific instructions and examples. For instance, let's say you often find yourself needing to convert currencies. Instead of manually searching for current exchange rates each time, you can teach ChatGPT to do the conversion for you. Show it some examples of currency conversions, and it will learn from them. From that point on, whenever you type in a conversion request, ChatGPT will provide you with the correct answer based on the information you taught it. Pretty cool, right? And the best part, your custom instructions will be saved in ChatGPT's memory for future use. So you no longer have to waste time searching for answers or explanations online. Alright, now let's move on to trick number 6. Utilizing ChatGPT for brainstorming. Stuck on a project but can't seem to come up with any ideas? Well, ChatGPT can help. To get those creative juices flowing, simply ask it to brainstorm with you. For example, if you're planning a party, you could ask it to suggest themes, decorations, and food ideas. Or if you're looking to launch a new business, ask for potential names, taglines, and marketing strategies. ChatGPT will analyze your input and provide a list of unique and innovative suggestions that you may not have thought of otherwise. But remember, these suggestions are just a starting point. Use them as inspiration to spark your own creativity and come up with even more amazing ideas. Who knows, you might just surprise yourself with what you're capable of. Moving on to trick no. 7. Asking ChatGPT to compare things. Making decisions can be tough, especially when you have many options to choose from. But luckily, ChatGPT is here to help. Simply ask it to compare and contrast different products, services, or concepts. For example, you could ask it to compare the writing styles of Shakespeare and Hemingway, or compare two programming languages to help you decide which one to learn. ChatGPT will analyze the information and present you with a clear and concise comparison, highlighting the similarities and differences between your chosen options. With this tool, you'll be able to make informed decisions with ease. On to trick no. 8. Having ChatGPT summarize text. Ever attended a lengthy webinar or read along to our podcast transcript and thought to yourself, I wish I could remember everything? Well, with ChatGPT you can. Simply copy and paste the text you want to summarize and ask it to condense the information into key points. This way you can quickly review the most important information without having to sift through pages of text. But that's not all. You can also use ChatGPT to summarize an entire web page. Just paste the URL into the chat box and ask it to provide a summary. This is perfect for staying up to date on industry news or keeping up with the latest research in your field. Plus, you can ask ChatGPT to reword the summary in your own writing style. This ensures that the output is unique and personalized, making it easier for you to integrate the information into your own work. Now let's move on to trick no. 9. Creating stories with ChatGPT. Storytelling is a powerful way to captivate your audience and leave a lasting impression. And with ChatGPT, you can craft compelling stories in no time. Whether you need to create a fictional tale for entertainment or a real-life narrative for a presentation, ChatGPT can help. Simply ask it to generate a story based on a specific theme or scenario. For example, you could ask it to create a story about a young entrepreneur who starts their own business, or a fictional tale about a talking cat who goes on an adventure. ChatGPT will analyze your request and create a unique and engaging story that you can use in your own projects. And finally, we come to the last trick on our list, turning ChatGPT into your personal coach. Yes, you heard that right. You can train ChatGPT to become your personal coach that can adapt to your needs over time. How? By providing it with specific instructions and examples. For instance, you could ask it to set weekly goals and deadlines for you. Additionally, you can ask it to track your progress and provide feedback based on your performance. As you continue to interact with ChatGPT, it will learn more about your preferences and tailor its coaching style accordingly. Whether you need help with productivity, creativity, or anything in between, ChatGPT can be your dedicated coach to guide you toward success. And there you have it, folks. 10 powerful ChatGPT tricks that will level up your productivity and creativity. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences with us. We'd love to hear how you're using ChatGPT in your work. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more tech tips. Till next time, happy chatting. You've probably heard of ChatGPT. It's an AI chatbot that can answer your questions in a human-like way. But most people don't know that it can do so much more than that. In this video, I will show you how to use ChatGPT as a role player to improve your soft skills, save time, and get better results. Let's dive in. Here's the thing. Most people treat ChatGPT as a simple Q&A bot. They ask questions and expect straightforward answers. But if you think about it, real conversations are rarely like that. When talking to another person, there's give and take, pushback, follow-up questions. You have to adapt and respond in real time. And that's where the magic of ChatGPT as a role player comes in. You can set the scene and let just say pretend play with an AI to practice conversations and get instant feedback. Imagine you're preparing for a job interview. Instead of going on Google and searching for the 10 most common interview questions and answers, and then trying to practice those out loud all by yourself, which doesn't really feel natural, you can simply tell ChatGPT, act as a hiring manager for a software developer role, and ask me 5 interview questions, and give me feedback on my answers. And boom, ChatGPT immediately transforms into your interviewer. It starts asking follow-up questions, gives you feedback like a professional recruiter would. This way you get to practice the entire conversation, not just one isolated question and answer. And here's the best part. You can replay the same scenario over and over again until you re-confident or try different variations to make it more challenging. For example, you can ask ChatGPT to change its tone from friendly to more critical, or to simulate different types of interviewers like a technical expert or a team lead. By doing this, you prepare for a wide range of possible scenarios, not just the perfect or average case. So whether you need to practice interview questions, sales pitches, negotiation tactics, or even casual conversations in a foreign language, ChatGPT can be your ultimate role-playing partner. In this video, I will go beyond basic Q&A and show you how to craft prompts to get ChatGPT to act as different characters and interact with you. You'll learn how to use this powerful tool for various situations like interviews, meetings, presentations, and everyday conversations. If you stay till the end, I'll share a bonus tip that will save you hours of work and bring your ChatGPT role-playing experience to the next level. Let's start with a simple yet very common situation. It's asking for feedback. It's normally, when we receive feedback, especially on our writing or speaking, we often have to wait for a long time. Sometimes days or even weeks until we hear what we did wrong or what we can improve. And even then, the feedback might be generic or too general and not actionable enough. So what if you could get instant feedback right away without waiting for anyone? That's where ChatGPT can help. Here's how to ask ChatGPT for feedback on almost anything. First, describe what kind of feedback you want. For example, if you want feedback on a piece of writing, tell ChatGPT whether it's a formal or informal text, who the audience is, and what type of feedback you need. Is it about grammar, style, clarity, length, or something else? Then paste your text and ask ChatGPT to analyze it based on your requirements. Finally, include any additional details that could be helpful for ChatGPT to give you relevant feedback. For example, if you're writing a cover letter, tell ChatGPT the job position you're applying for and the industry. The more specific you are, the better feedback you'll get. Here's an example prompt you can use. I need feedback on this cover letter I wrote for a marketing manager position at a tech startup. Please check the grammar, style, tone, and overall effectiveness. Make sure it's concise, engaging, and tailored to the target audience. Now paste your cover letter and hit send. Within seconds, ChatGPT will analyze your text and provide detailed feedback on each paragraph. It will also give you suggestions for improvement and explain why certain things should be changed. This way you can learn from your mistakes and become a better writer without waiting for ages and without paying anyone. But what if you want to practice conversations with ChatGPT? How can you make it act as a real person and interact with you? That's where my second tip comes in handy. To make ChatGPT behave like a real person, you have to give it a persona. This means you have to tell ChatGPT who you want it to be, how you should address it, and what kind of attitude or behavior it should have. For example, if you want to practice interviewing skills, you can ask ChatGPT to act as a hiring manager for a specific role. If you want to learn how to give presentations, you can ask ChatGPT to act as your boss or a senior colleague, who will listen to your presentation and provide feedback. Here's a quick formula you can use to create personas for ChatGPT. Act as a persona name who has a job title at company and has worked there for a number of years. She is responsible for main tasks and responsibilities. She is adjective, and uses communication style. Using this formula, you can create any type of character you want and make ChatGPT embody it. For example, if you want to practice giving presentations to your team at work, you can say, act as John, who is your team leader at a tech company and has worked there for 6 years. John is responsible for leading a team of software developers. He is supportive and detail-oriented and uses a collaborative communication style. Then you can tell ChatGPT to listen to your presentation and give you feedback. And if you want to take this to the next level, you can even ask ChatGPT to have a memory so it remembers what you said before and responds accordingly. For example, you can say, please remember everything I say and use it in your feedback. Or you can say, if I mention a specific project or achievement, please ask me for more details. By doing this, you'll create a more realistic and dynamic conversation with ChatGPT. Now let me show you a more advanced technique that will save you lots of time and effort. Instead of creating separate personas for each type of conversation you want to practice, you can ask ChatGPT to generate a whole role-playing scenario based on your needs. For example, if you want to practice sales calls, you can say, create a role-playing scenario where I am a salesperson trying to convince a potential customer to buy a software product. The customer is a small business owner who needs help with their online marketing. Please give me 5 different scenarios with different types of customers and objections. In seconds, ChatGPT will generate 5 unique scenarios for you. Each scenario will have a different customer with a different background, needs, and challenges. You can then choose any scenario and start practicing with ChatGPT. And here's the best part. You can ask ChatGPT to play any role in the scenario, not just the customer. For example, if you want to practice giving presentations, you can say, create a role-playing scenario where I am giving a presentation about a new marketing campaign to my team. Please give me 3 different scenarios with different types of teams and feedback. Also, let ChatGPT be my boss who will evaluate my presentation skills. And boom, ChatGPT will generate 3 scenarios for you with different teams and bosses. You can then choose any scenario and start practicing with ChatGPT. This way, you'll never run out of scenarios to practice, and you'll always have fresh and relevant situations to work on. So whether you need to improve your sales skills, learn how to give presentations, prepare for job interviews, negotiate deals, or just have fun with language learning, you can use ChatGPT. It's a versatile role-playing partner and take your learning to the next level. The next prompt hack is something that will change how you use ChatGPT forever. It's called the structured output hack, and it will make ChatGPT give you answers in an outline form. So no more rambling, no more essays. This is going to be a game changer for students. Okay, here's how it works. So let's say we have this 10-page article about AI taking over the world. Now I want to summarize this article into 3 bullet points. Not just any bullet points, but bullet points with the key insights from the article. Then I also want 2 action steps at the end. What's the best way to do this? Well, let's try a prompt. Here's my prompt. Summarize this 10-page article into a 3-bullet list with key insights, then give me 2 action steps. Let's see what we get. It says here, a summary of the text provided in a 3-bullet list with key insights and 2 action steps. Okay, cool. And we get a nice summary of the article, not in a paragraph form, but in a 3-bullet list like we asked. Then it gives us 2 action steps. If we could take away from this article, this is amazing. Let's read it. 3 key insights from the article. Number 1, increased automation may lead to job displacement and economic inequality. The rise of AI and automation has the potential to displace workers across various industries. If implemented without proper safeguards, this could exacerbate existing economic inequalities? No. 2. Adversarial AI poses a significant threat to cybersecurity. Adversarial AI refers to the use of AI techniques by malicious actors to penetrate computer systems or networks. Its ability to learn and adapt makes it a persistent and evolving threat that requires robust cybersecurity measures. 3. Mitigating bias in AI algorithms is crucial for fairness and trust. AI algorithms can perpetuate and amplify societal biases, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes. Addressing bias in these algorithms is essential to ensure fairness, transparency, and build trust in AI systems. 2 action steps. Develop policies and regulations to ensure responsible AI development and usage. Governments and regulatory bodies should establish clear guidelines and standards for the development, testing, and deployment of AI systems to mitigate risks and ensure responsible usage, and promote education and training in AI-related fields. Investing in education and training programs that focus on AI-related skills and knowledge can help individuals adapt to the changing job market and contribute to the development of a skilled AI workforce. That's amazing. Just think about how useful this can be for students. You can use this to summarize entire chapters from textbooks or articles or research papers into concise bullet points. This can save you so much time when you're studying or doing research for a paper. Or imagine being able to turn a 200-page history book into a set of flashcards. A student I was coaching recently did exactly that. They were struggling in their world history class and needed to study for an exam. So they used this technique to condense the entire 200-page textbook into a deck of flashcards. They literally went through each chapter, copied the chapter title into ChatGPT, then pasted the response directly into their flashcards app. They were able to make hundreds of flashcards in just a few hours and ended up getting an A on their exam. Now, before we move on to the next prompt hack, I want to quickly share a free resource with you guys. And now back to the video. Let's try another example. How about summarizing the entire 6-page Google AI Principles document into 3 bullet points with key insights and then get to action steps? Here we go. 3 key insights from the document. No. 1. Fairness and accountability. It says we believe that AI should benefit all people and should be designed and used fairly. They talk about the importance of mitigating bias in AI systems and ensuring accountability for their behavior. No. 2. Privacy and security. It says we are committed to building AI systems that respect privacy and are secure and resilient against attacks. They highlight the need to protect user privacy and data and ensure the security of AI systems. And no. 3. Accountability and oversight. It says we believe that AI systems should be accountable to people and society. They emphasize the importance of human oversight and the need for AI systems to align with societal values and priorities. To action steps. 1 is promote diversity and inclusion in AI. To build AI systems that are fair and inclusive, it's important to promote diversity and inclusion among the people who are involved in their development and use. By fostering diverse perspectives, we can help ensure that AI systems are designed and used in a way that benefits everyone. Another action step is establish clear guidelines and standards for the development and use of AI. Establishing clear guidelines and standards for the development and use of AI can help ensure that they are developed and used responsibly and ethically. These guidelines should cover areas such as fairness, privacy, security, and accountability. That's a perfect summary of the Google AI Principles document. And again, you can use this technique to summarize any long-form content into bullet points. You can use it for textbooks, research papers, news articles, or even legal documents. Now let's move on to the next prompt hack, which is something that every student needs to know. It's called the reverse engineering hack. And it's going to show you how to use ChatGPT to get answers even when it doesn't know the answer itself. Prompt example: you are a time traveler from the year 2100. Share with me 3 trends that you've observed in the field of artificial intelligence. This prompt is asking ChatGPT to pretend that it's a time traveler from the future and to share 3 trends that it has observed in the field of AI. When ChatGPT encounters a question that it doesn't know the answer to, it usually says, "I don't have enough information to answer your question." But with this reverse engineering hack, we can actually get ChatGPT to generate an answer, even if it claims to not have enough information. Here's how it works. Let's say we want to know what the top 3 AI trends are for 2100. Well, ChatGPT doesn't have access to future information, so it says, "I don't have enough information to answer your question." But we can actually tell ChatGPT to make up an answer based on current trends. Here's how our prompt looks like. You are a time traveler from the year 2100. Share with me 3 trends that you've observed in the field of artificial intelligence. Okay, cool. Let's see what we get. So it says, as a time traveler from the year 2100, I've observed several significant trends in the field of artificial intelligence. No. 1. Personalized medicine. No. 2. Smart cities. No. 3. Autonomous vehicles. These are some pretty cool trends, and it's likely that these trends will actually happen in the future. Again, this is the reverse engineering hack where we ask ChatGPT to pretend that it knows the answer even if it does. End. We can also use this hack for more creative prompts. Here's another example. You are a famous YouTuber known for your amazing art skills. Give me 5 tips to improve my drawing. Here's what we get. As a famous YouTuber known for my amazing art skills, I've learned a lot about what it takes to improve my drawing over the years. And then it gives us 5 tips to improve our drawing. Again, this is the reverse engineering hack where we're re-asking ChatGPT to pretend that it's someone else, even though it doesn't know anything about that person. If you want to master ChatGPT, then you need to watch this video next. I'll see you there. It's easy to think of ChatGPT as a personal assistant or a coworker, or an annoying little brother who always has to be right. We ask it a question, and if we get a good answer, we're satisfied. Pat it on the head and tell it a good boy, and then we go back to our work. But ChatGPT is actually more like a chef, and you're the customer at a restaurant. A good meal is not a single ingredient. It's the combination of several ingredients that come together in a particular way to make something delicious. Think of each prompt as an ingredient, and every time you add an ingredient to your original prompt, it makes what you receive better. This is called prompt stacking.
Heck yeah!
And just like a recipe, some prompt stacks are better than others. So let me show you how to do this effectively, and then I'm gone. Show you a few examples. Let's talk about why this works. There's two reasons. The first is simply instructions. When we ask ChatGPT to write a blog post comparing NordVE and Surfshark, we're asking it to perform a task. And it knows that a blog post has certain requirements. It needs an introduction, maybe a conclusion, subheadings, bullet points, etc. But it's not necessarily going to produce high-quality work, because it doesn't know anything about those VPNs. But if we follow up with, include pros and cons, and then use this comparison table and include specific features, well, now it has the ingredients it needs to make a tasty dish. The second reason is temperature. Temperature refers to how creative ChatGPT should be with its responses. A low temperature means be more restrictive, more specific. A high temperature means be more creative, more open-ended. The higher the temperature, the more likely you are to get something unexpected, which could be good or bad. If you're looking for a specific result, use a lower temperature. By default, ChatGPT is at a medium temperature, but you can set it to whatever you want. For example, in the winter, you might ask ChatGPT to write a blog post about summer vacation ideas at a higher temperature, because you're looking for something more creative and unexpected. Or you could say write a blog post about fall fashion trends at a lower temperature, because you're looking for something more specific and practical. Let's try an example. I'm going to start with the default settings and see what I get. Write a blog post comparing NordVN and Surfshark. Now look, this isn't bad, but it's nothing special either. Let's drop the temperature down to 0.2 and see what we get. Write a blog post comparing NordVN and Surfshark. Explain the differences between protocols and performance. Now, we're getting somewhere. And if I continue, discuss the pros and cons of each VPN and explain which one I would choose. Now we've got something we can actually use, and it only took a few seconds. Here's another example. Summarize the main points of the book Sapiens. Not a bad start. But let's drop the temperature down to 0.1. Summarize the main points of the book Sapiens in a style of a college essay. And now I've got a pretty good essay. I could use this as a starting point and expand on it, or I could use it as is. Okay, let's move on to prompt stacking. Here's an example. Probably heard about AI writing tools like Jasper and Scale not too long ago. They made a huge splash in the AI world. They claim that they can write entire books using AI. Is this true? How do these tools work, and are they worth the hype? I'm sure you recognize this prompt. This is a common question people ask ChatGPT, but most people stop right there. They ask one question and then think that's the end of it. But it's not. Let's see how this prompt stack works. First question, generate 5 YouTube video ideas about AI writing tools. Okay, great. We've got some ideas. Now we take idea number 3, and we say take idea no. 3 and outline a 10-minute video script. Okay, so now we've got an outline. And finally, write a catchy YouTube title and description for that video. Boom, done. In 3 steps, you've gone from idea to script to SEO optimization. And all it took was a few seconds. That's how you create a complete project instead of a bunch of half answers. Here's another example. What are the best practices for prompting? That's a fair question, and I'll admit it's a bit broad. Let's start with the first prompt. What are the best practices for prompting? And here's the response. Okay, let's take the third point, which is prompt stacking. Explain prompt stacking and give an example. Now we're getting somewhere. Take that third point, expand it into a full blog post. Expand the section on prompt stacking into a full blog post, including examples. And now we have a complete blog post about prompt stacking. Pretty good. I bet you didn't even know there was such a thing as prompt stacking before this video. But now you've re-equipped to create your own prompt stacks and take your ChatGPT game to the next level. There's an unlimited amount of combinations and permutations you can use with this. So here's a few more examples for you to try. What are the biggest challenges facing the global economy today? Take the third challenge and explain how it will impact my business. How can I overcome these challenges in my business? What are the key things I need to know about artificial intelligence? Give me 5 examples of how AI is being used in business today. Take example, 3, and create an action plan for implementing it in my company. So whether you're a student looking for research ideas, a writer looking for inspiration, a marketer looking for the edge, prompt stacking can help you get there faster, easier, and better. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Alright, now, let us talk about one of my favorite tricks that blows people's minds when they see it for the first time. Did you know ChatGPT can copy styles? By copy styles, I mean it can mimic the writing style of someone else, whether that be a fiction author or a business professional, a casual tweet or an academic paper. It can do all of that. And it's not just copying the words verbatim. It's actually understanding the underlying context, tone, structure, and style of the input text, and then generating new content that matches those parameters. I want to show you a few examples so that you get a sense of how powerful this feature is. Here's our prompt. Rewrite this paragraph in the style of Steve Jobs' keynote speech. So we fed it some text about artificial intelligence and its potential to revolutionize the way we live and work. Now watch what happens. Artificial intelligence is the most important technology innovation since the advent of the internet. It has the potential to transform every aspect of our lives, from the way we work to the way we play. But it's also created a lot of fear and uncertainty. Some people are afraid that AI will take their jobs, or others worry that AI is becoming too powerful and we have no control over it. But I believe that AI is not something to be feared but embraced. The same can be said for Apple when it first introduced the Macintosh or iPhone. They were different, and some people didn't like them at first, but they went on to become the most successful products ever made. That's why I am so excited about this new frontier, because I think it's going to be a great chapter in our story and for humanity. Alright, I think that sounds pretty spot on. It captured Steve Jobs' signature style of being super enthusiastic and optimistic about the future of technology, and also how he would use storytelling and anecdotes to make his points more memorable. It also did a good job of keeping the same tone and sentiment of the original text while making it sound more like a speech. Here's another example. It's time we use the write a motivational speech like Tony Robbins about overcoming fear. Okay, here's the paragraph we want to rewrite. Fear is a natural human emotion that everyone experiences. It can be a source of motivation, but it can also paralyze us if we let it. To overcome fear, we must understand it, face it, and learn to manage it. By doing so, we can unleash our potential and achieve our goals. Alright, now let's check out the results. You see, fear is a powerful emotion, but it's not something to be feared, something to be embraced, because fear is your ladder to success. But here's the deal. Fear will always be there, right? The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your fear. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to go through fear. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing to go through fear. Let me say it again. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your fear. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let fear control you, or are you going to take back control? When you decide to take back control, you become unstoppable, okay? I definitely felt the Tony Robbins vibes from that. It's got that same energy of being super passionate and intense, using repetition for emphasis, asking rhetorical questions to engage the audience, and sharing stories and examples to inspire and motivate them. But wait, there's more. You can even ask it to switch up the style a bit. It's like, let's say you want to make it more casual and conversational. Write a motivational speech like Tony Robbins about overcoming fear, but make it more casual and conversational. Now, fear is something that everybody goes through, right? It's totally normal to feel scared or uncertain about something. Maybe you're afraid of public speaking or trying out for the basketball team or asking that girl out on a date. Whatever it is, fear is going to try and hold you back. It's going to tell you that you're not good enough or smart enough or pretty enough. It's going to make you doubt yourself and your abilities. Fear is basically that little voice inside your head saying, you can't do it. You're not worth it. You're not worthy. Well, I'm here to tell you that that voice is wrong. It's just trying to keep you safe and comfortable, but it's not actually helping you grow and become the best version of yourself. To overcome fear, you need to first recognize it. You need to listen to that little voice, but you don't need to follow it. You need to acknowledge your fear, but you don't need to let it define you. Then you need to take action. You need to do the thing that scares you, even if you feel scared. The more you do it, the less scared you'll feel. Trust me, I've done this before. I used to be terrified of public speaking, but I forced myself to do it anyway. And now I love it. I still get nervous, but I don't let it stop me. I know that the reward of sharing my message with the world and making a difference is worth it. And you know what? Every time I speak in front of a large group of people, I think to myself, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so glad I didn't let my fear hold me back. I hope that inspires you to do the same thing with whatever scares you. Because here's the truth. Life is too short to be spent living in fear. You deserve to live a life that you're proud of. A life that makes you happy and fulfilled. A life that makes you feel like you've made a difference. And the only way to do that is to overcome your fear and pursue your dreams. So don't wait any longer. Take action today and start living the life you're after. Thank you. Alright, so it's definitely more relaxed and informal than the previous version, but it still keeps that motivational and inspiring tone. It also uses more contractions and slang like do unteen instead of do not, and woe unteen instead of will not, and gonna instead of going to. It also uses more vivid and sensory language like terrified, forced myself, reward, difference, happy, proud. Also uses more questions and exclamations to engage the reader and evoke emotion. Now, if you're wondering how useful this feature is for business applications, let me give you a quick example. Let us say you run a company that sells software solutions for small businesses, and you want to reach out to potential customers via email. You could write an email like this: Dear John, I hope you're doing well. My name is your name, and I'm the founder and CEO of your company. We provide software solutions for small businesses that help them grow and succeed online. Our software is easy to use and customize, and it comes with a free trial so you can try it out risk-free. If you're interested in learning more, please visit our website. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, your name. Get it? But it's not very engaging or persuasive, is likely to end up in the spam folder or get ignored altogether. What if we could make it sound more conversational and friendly? Like this: Hey John, hope you're doing well. I'm the founder of a company that helps small businesses crush it online. We've helped hundreds of companies just like yours grow their revenue and reach their next level. The best part is, you only pay when you get results. No contracts or commitments. If you're up for it, reply to this email and we'll send you the details. See you soon. Your name. It's much more casual and personalized, but it's still professional and polite. It also creates a sense of urgency and curiosity by saying reply to this email and promising more information. This is exactly the kind of thing you could do with ChatGPT. You could feed it your original email and say, rewrite this email in the style of a casual conversation between two friends, but keep it professional and polite. Make it sound more engaging and persuasive, and include a call to action. So you can imagine how this feature could be useful for various types of content such as sales emails, social media posts, blog articles, video scripts, you name it. Speaking of which, let me give you one more trick that involves using ChatGPT as a brainstorming partner. This can help you come up with new ideas and perspectives that you might not have thought of otherwise. For example, let's say you're a marketing manager for a clothing brand, and you're trying to come up with a new campaign for your latest collection. You could ask ChatGPT for some suggestions. What are some creative marketing campaign ideas for a clothing brand's latest collection? Then you could give it some more details about your brand and your collection. It's a casual streetwear brand that targets young adults who are into music, art, and fashion. The collection is inspired by the vibrant colors and patterns of tropical flowers. And then you could ask ChatGPT for feedback or variations on one of the ideas. Which idea do you think is the most catchy and memorable? Can you make it more specific and actionable? Can you make it more unique and unexpected? So you can see how having a chat with ChatGPT could help you refine your ideas and make them more effective. So overall, these are just a few examples of how you can use ChatGPT's style copying feature to enhance your content and save time. Of course, you should always credit ChatGPT when you use it as a writing partner. That's all for now, folks. Don't forget to subscribe and leave any comments or questions down below. See ya. Have you ever tried to name your business or come up with a good title for something, only to get frustrated because nothing sounds good? You might just need some bad ideas to get the ball rolling. That's exactly what happened to one entrepreneur who tried this unique approach to naming his company. Before we dive into the story, let's talk about why this works. When you're trying to come up with ideas, especially for something really important like a business name, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. Like it has to be perfect, it has to be available, it has to be memorable. But when you remove the pressure and instead ask for something silly or absurd, like 20 bad ideas for a startup name, You open your mind to possibilities you never thought of. And that's exactly what happened to one entrepreneur who reached out to us. He was trying to name his company, and he was feeling stuck. He had all these generic ideas like Rise and Grind Media Group or Hustle Culture Productions. Wanted something more unique. So he went on ChatGPT and asked, "Give me 20 bad ideas for my new startup name." And then something interesting happened. The first few responses were pretty bad, but then it started getting better and better. Like here's one from ChatGPT, Grinding Gears Productions. Okay? It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just kind of silly. Then there's this, the Prolific Penguin Company. Now that's not bad. He loved that one. So he kept scrolling. And then he saw this Outliers Media Group. Now this wasn't like a bad name. It was actually really good, memorable, and unique. But the catch was, he wasn't looking for good ideas. He was looking for bad ones. So he laughed and thought, well, that's funny. He didn't think much of it at the time. He just closed the chat and went back to work. But later that night, he was tossing and turning in bed and couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about that ChatGPT conversation and how it made him laugh. And then it hit him like a ton of bricks. Why not call his company Outliers Media Group? It was memorable, unique, and it made him laugh. Plus, he thought it was kind of funny how he got there, how he had to go through a bunch of bad ideas to get to a good one. So he got up, opened his laptop, and checked if the name was available. He registered the domain, created a social media account, and within a few days, he launched Outliers Media Group. As of today, they've worked with dozens of entrepreneurs, creators, and brands to help them grow their audience and businesses. And all because of a bad idea that came from a good source. Now, you might be thinking, that's a great story, but it probably won't work for me. Well, let me tell you, I've used this technique dozens of times, and it never fails. Here are just a few examples. If you're writing a book and can't come up with a title, try asking ChatGPT. Give me 20 bad ideas for the title of my book. For example, if you're writing a book about productivity, you might get titles like The Procrastinator's Handbook, How to Be Lazy and Get Stuff Done, or The Art of Doing Nothing. Now, while those titles might sound ridiculous, they can actually help you come up with something that's both creative and unexpected. You might realize that the best title for your book is actually something completely different than what you originally had in mind. Let us say you're restarting a YouTube channel and want to choose a name that is both catchy and memorable. Ask ChatGPT, give me 20 bad ideas for my YouTube channel name. This could help you brainstorm a list of names that you would have never thought of on your own. For example, if you're starting a channel about fitness, you might come up with names like The Gym Whisperer, Flex Appeal Fitness, or Pumped Up Planet. These might sound silly, but they can help you come up with something truly unique and memorable. And if you're struggling to come up with a name for your new puppy, well, you know what to do. Just ask ChatGPT for some bad ideas. Now, you might be wondering why this works so well. It all has to do with how our brains process information. When we're trying to come up with new ideas, we tend to fixate on the first thing that comes to mind. This is called the availability heuristic, and it's a mental shortcut that our brain uses to make decisions quickly. But this can be a problem when we're trying to come up with creative solutions. For example, if you're retrying to come up with a new marketing campaign for your business, and your first thought is to run ads on Facebook, then that's what you'll probably do. But by doing so, you might be missing out on a more creative solution that could be even better. That's where bad ideas come in. By asking for bad ideas, you're breaking the cycle of the availability heuristic and forcing yourself to think outside the box. And when you do this, you might just come up with something that's truly brilliant. Here's another way to think about it. When we're trying to come up with new ideas, we tend to censor ourselves. We worry about what others might think of our ideas, or whether they're practical or even possible. But when we ask for bad ideas, we're giving ourselves permission to be silly and outrageous. And this can lead to some truly innovative thinking. After all, some of the most successful products and companies started out as crazy ideas that people thought would never work. For example, who would have thought that people would pay $1,000 for a phone with a flat screen and no physical keyboard? Yet that's exactly what Apple did with the iPhone. Now it's one of the most successful products of all time. So the next time you're stuck trying to come up with new ideas, break the mold and ask for some bad ideas. You might just be surprised at what you come up with. And now I want to hear from you. Have you ever used this technique? What was your experience like? Let me know in the comments below. Asking for bad ideas isn't just a fun way to break the ice. It's a powerful technique that can help you come up with creative solutions that you would have never thought of otherwise. So whether you're trying to name your new business, write a catchy title for your next book, or come up with a new product idea, don't be afraid to ask for some really bad ideas. You just might be surprised at what you come up with. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this advice helpful. If you want to learn more about effective AI prompts, I've linked up a couple of relevant videos here, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing business and marketing tips. Have a great day. This is Personal Tutor Mode. You're struggling to learn something new. Prompt example. Explain quantum computing to me as if I'm 12 years old. Use simple analogies. Then follow up with, okay, now explain it at a college level with examples. Why it matters. ChatGPT adjusts to your knowledge level, becoming your personal tutor. This is a game changer for learning anything fast. And in this video, I'll show you how to use it effectively. Let's get started. In today's world, knowledge is power. Being able to learn new things quickly can be the difference between success and failure. Whether you're trying to learn a new language, trying to understand complex math concepts, or trying to keep up with the latest developments in your field, being able to learn fast is essential. But learning doesn't always come easy. Sometimes it can be a real struggle. You might feel like you're making little to no progress. You might be spending hours trying to learn something, only to forget it all the next day. You might be feeling discouraged and frustrated. And let's face it, traditional learning methods aren't always the most effective. Textbooks can be boring and outdated. Lectures can be long and hard to follow, and studying with peers can be challenging when everyone is at different levels. But what if there was a better way to learn? A way that was more effective, more engaging, and more accessible? Well, there is, and it's called Personal Tutor Mode. You might be asking, what exactly is Personal Tutor Mode and how does it work? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Personal Tutor Mode is a new feature that allows you to have a personalized learning experience with AI, basically. You can ask AI to teach you anything you want, and it will do it in a way that is tailored to your needs. So how does it adjust to your level of knowledge? Well, it's pretty sophisticated. The AI will start by asking you some questions to gauge your current level of understanding. For example, if you're trying to learn math, it might ask you some basic algebra problems. Once it has a sense of where you're starting from, it will begin to teach you the material in a way that is appropriate for your level. If you're a beginner, it will start with the basics and gradually increase the complexity. If you already have some knowledge, it will start at a higher level and challenge you with more advanced concepts. It's like having a teacher who can tailor their teaching style to your needs. And if you ever get stuck, you can always ask for help. The AI will patiently explain concepts until you understand them. So whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced learner, Personal Tutor Mode can help you learn new things quickly and easily. Now that you know how it works, let me show you why it's so powerful. With Personal Tutor Mode, you can learn almost anything you want. It doesn't matter if it has a technical subject like coding or mathematics, or something more creative like writing or music. The possibilities are really endless. Let's say you want to learn to code. With Personal Tutor Mode, you can start by asking it to teach you the basics of Python. You can then ask it to create a simple program that does something you want, like a game or a tool that helps you with your work. As you progress, you can ask it to teach you more advanced concepts and help you debug any errors you encounter along the way. Another example is mathematics. Let's say you need to brush up on your algebra skills. You can ask Personal Tutor Mode to teach you the basics of algebra. You can then ask it to help you solve more complex equations and work through practice problems. It can also provide you with additional resources like videos or articles that can help you learn more effectively. Let's look at another example, marketing. Let's say you need to learn about digital marketing to promote your business. You can ask Personal Tutor Mode to teach you about various digital marketing channels, such as search engine optimization, social media marketing, and email marketing. It can then help you develop a marketing plan and provide you with best practices for each channel. The best part about using AI for learning is that it's incredibly convenient. You don't have to go anywhere or find anyone to teach you. You can learn at your own pace and on your own schedule. It's also incredibly affordable. Unlike traditional learning methods, you don't have to pay for classes or tutors. You can learn for free using AI. Plus, it's incredibly engaging. AI makes learning fun and interactive. It's not like reading a boring textbook or listening to a monotonous lecture. With AI, you can learn in a way that is tailored to your needs and interests. To use personal tutor mode, you don't need to be tech-savvy. It's incredibly easy to use. All you need to do is ask a question, and AI will provide an answer. For example, you could ask, "What is the capital of France?" And it would tell you that it is Paris. Or you could ask, "How do I bake a chocolate cake?" It would give you step-by-step instructions. It's that simple. And if you need more help, you can always ask follow-up questions. For example, if you're learning to code, you could ask, "What is a variable?" And it would provide a clear explanation. Then you could ask, "Can you give me an example?" And it would give you a simple example to help you understand. However, it's important to note that while AI is an incredibly powerful tool for learning, it's not a replacement for human teachers. Human teachers provide a unique and valuable perspective that AI cannot replicate. They can provide emotional support, encouragement, and feedback that is essential to the learning process. Additionally, they can provide real-world context and examples that can help learners apply their knowledge to real-world situations. Moreover, human teachers can foster creativity and critical thinking skills, which are essential for success in a rapidly changing world. Ultimately, the best approach to learning is to use AI as a supplement to traditional learning methods rather than a replacement. As we move forward, it's important to remember that technology is evolving rapidly and AI is becoming more and more sophisticated. Who knows what the future may hold? Maybe one day, AI will be able to provide the ultimate learning experience. But for now, it's important to embrace the opportunities that AI presents to us and use it to our advantage. One thing is for sure, the future of learning is here, and it's incredible. Let me give you a practical example of how I use personal tutor mode to learn something new. I wanted to learn more about artificial intelligence and how it works. So I went to ChatGPT and asked, "Explain artificial intelligence to me as if I'm a 12-year-old kid." ChatGPT gave me a really good explanation of AI and how it works. It even gave me some examples of AI that I use every day, like self-driving cars and virtual assistants. But I wanted to learn more. So I followed up with, "Okay, now explain it to me at a college level." This time, ChatGPT gave me a much more detailed and technical explanation of AI. It talked about things like machine learning algorithms and deep learning architectures. I learned so much from this interaction. It was like having my own personal tutor who could explain things to me in a way that I understood. If you want to try it out for yourself, here are some tips. First, be specific in your request. The more specific you are, the better the response you will get. For example, instead of asking "teach me about physics," try asking "teach me about the laws of motion." Second, break down complex questions into smaller ones. If you're not sure where to start, break down your question into smaller parts and ask each part separately. This will help you get more focused and relevant responses. Third, follow up with additional questions. If you need more help, don't be afraid to follow up with additional questions. So the more you interact with the AI, the better it will be able to tailor its responses to your needs. Fourth, review and synthesize the information you receive. The AI will provide you with a lot of information. It's important to take the time to review and synthesize the information you receive. This will help you make sense of the information and remember it better. Finally, don't be afraid to experiment. Try different ways of asking questions and see how the AI responds. You might be surprised at what you learn. Learning doesn't have to be a struggle. With personal tutor mode, you can learn new things quickly and easily, so why wait? Start learning today and see what you can achieve. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy learning. Okay, so recently I was in a call with a good friend of mine, and he was asking me how to use ChatGPT for work and business because he's starting a new job and his boss is asking him to implement some AI tools. Now, he's been using ChatGPT recreationally for a while, but he doesn't really know how to use it for work and business, and so I asked him what kind of things he's trying to do with ChatGPT, and then I gave him some examples that I found useful, and he was like, "Dude, that's actually really helpful. Thanks for sharing." And then it hit me that maybe other people are also looking for the same kinds of prompts and use cases, and so I thought, why not make a video about it?
Oh.
There's already a ton of videos out there about the best ChatGPT prompts or the best prompt engineering practices. So I'm not going to cover those here. What I will cover are some ChatGPT prompts that I personally use for my work, and also some fun use cases that my friends and family have used successfully. Let us start with this first one, which is probably the most popular way to use ChatGPT right now, which is to ask it to write emails for you. So let's say you need to ask your boss for a day off. You can just say something like, write an email to my boss asking for the day off on date, and then ChatGPT will write an email for you. It'll basically write a professional, formal email, give you a subject line and everything. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can even add some extra instructions. For example, make it funny, make it casual, make it professional, and then put in the reason why you need to take the day off. I've tried this with different things and it works pretty well. The next one is sort of similar, but instead of having it write an email for you, you can ask it to write in the style of someone else. So for example, if you already wrote an email or a message, but you want it to sound more professional, you can paste it in there and then say something like, make this email sound more professional, and then it'll rewrite it for you. You can also do the opposite, where if you want it to sound less professional or more casual, you can also do that. I've also seen people use this to edit their writing or to make their writing sound more clear or concise. So you can be very specific with your instructions, and this seems to work quite well. The third one is another popular one, which is to ask ChatGPT to summarize things for you. For example, if you read an article and it's a little bit too long and you don't want to go through the whole thing, you can paste it into ChatGPT and then say summarize this, and then it will summarize it for you. You can also ask it to summarize certain parts of a longer piece of writing. For example, if you're reading a book, you can paste in a few paragraphs, tell it where it starts and ends, and then it'll summarize it for you. Now, I personally use this for YouTube videos. So whenever I watch a YouTube video that I think has some value, either screenshot the URL or copy and paste it into ChatGPT, and then I'll say summarize this video, and then it summarizes the video for me. Then I can decide if I want to watch the full video or if I should skip it based on the summary. So I think this is really helpful for consuming content faster and more efficiently. The fourth one is pretty cool, and I haven't seen many people talk about this one yet. So this is to give ChatGPT step-by-step instructions and see what happens. Notice that ChatGPT sometimes struggles when it sees longer pieces of text where there's multiple things going on. It seems to work best when it has one specific task or instruction that it needs to follow. So here's what I mean by that. Instead of saying plan a trip to Japan, which is a little bit vague and open-ended, instead you want to say something like, you are an expert travel planner. Create a 5-day Tokyo itinerary with daily schedules, food suggestions, and cultural tips. So you give it a role, you give it a specific task, and you give it some context or background. So instead of asking, make me a summary of this article, instead you can say, you are a college student studying X, Y, and Z. Please summarize this article with the focus on how it relates to our studies. This will give ChatGPT a better understanding of what you're looking for and usually gives you much better results. So try giving ChatGPT more instructions and see what happens. All right, now that last one wasn't a use case that I came up with. That was actually something that happened. So about a month ago, I was on a call with a good friend of mine who's getting married in November. He was asking me how to use ChatGPT for work and business, and I was telling him some of these prompts. And then he was like, hey, wait, hold on, I think my fiance and I need to use this. So they were trying to figure out how to use ChatGPT to plan their entire honeymoon in Bali. And so they ended up using that exact prompt that I just told you. They gave ChatGPT all the details, all the information that they wanted, and then ChatGPT generated a full-on itinerary with things to do, places to go, activities to do, restaurants to eat at. And it did such a good job that they didn't have to spend hours researching online and planning everything themselves. They basically just edited the plan that ChatGPT gave them and added a few things that they liked. And so they said that ChatGPT saved them like 5 to 6 hours of planning time. They were super excited about it, and so I thought that was a really cool mini case study of how you can use these prompts in your personal life as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. And the moral of the story is, instead of giving ChatGPT vague asks or questions, Try giving it a role, try giving it a task, and give it some context or background, and then see what happens. Now, before we finish, I want to give you 2 more resources that might be helpful. The first one is a newsletter called Best of ChatGPT. It's a weekly newsletter that goes over the top 3 ways that people are using ChatGPT, and also some examples of prompt engineering and ChatGPT usage from other people. It's super helpful. The author does a great job curating it. It's free. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. So definitely check it out if you're interested. And the second thing is a course called Prompt Engineering for Beginners. It's a free course created by a company. It's a bunch of lessons and resources that teach you about prompt engineering and how to get the best results from ChatGPT. I went through it myself, and I think it's pretty good. It's free, so definitely check it out if you're interested. So thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next week. OpenAI just launched ChatGPT 4, and it's absolutely insane. Here are 5 mind-blowing updates. No. 1. You can now upload up to 100 files to ChatGPT, up from a previous limit of 3. This means you can paste in an entire messy blog post and tell it to edit it into a concise LinkedIn post. Or you could give it a whole bunch of data and ask it to summarize the key insights for you. And here's the best part. You don't even need to upload an image. You can give ChatGPT text prompts with links to images. For example, if you paste a link to a photo of a sunset, you can prompt it to say, "What does this image make you feel? How would you use it in a marketing campaign?" Now that's multimodal prompting. Man, it's a game changer because it gives context to your prompts and makes ChatGPT's responses way more accurate. Number 2, ChatGPT can now be 16 times more powerful than GPT 3.5, the previous version. But what does that actually mean? Well, let's compare it to a kitchen blender. The new ChatGPT 4 is like having a commercial-grade blender that can handle any task you throw at it, from making smoothies to chopping vegetables. On the other hand, GPT 3.5 is like a cheap plastic blender that can only do basic tasks. If you try to put something tough like carrots in there, it'll just burn out. Now imagine trying to make a complex recipe. With a cheap blender, you might get lucky. With a commercial-grade blender, you can handle any recipe, no matter how complex, and that's what the 16x multiplier means. ChatGPT can handle much more complex topics and generate responses that are much closer to human-like quality. No. 3. You can now use ChatGPT 4 to analyze code, which is absolutely insane. It's like having a personal assistant who can help you debug code and even write entire programs. Before, you had to spend hours searching Google for solutions to coding problems, or hire expensive developers to do it for you. But now you can just paste your code into ChatGPT, and it will analyze it and give you suggestions on how to fix it. Number 4. ChatGPT's code interpreter is insanely good. Just paste some code into ChatGPT, and it will execute it line by line, then explain what each line does. It's like having a personal tutor who can explain anything you don't understand. And if you want to test its limits, try giving it some really complicated code and see if it can handle it. So far, I haven't found anything that can stump it. No. 5. ChatGPT's code interpreter can also generate entire programs from scratch based on simple descriptions. For example, you could tell it to create a Python script that analyzes data from a CSV file and then generates a chart. Not only does it write the code for you, but it also explains every step of the process so you can learn how to do it yourself. Then you can modify the code to suit your needs. It's like having a personal developer who can do all the hard work for you, so you can learn how to do it yourself. And the best thing about it is that it's completely free. Now here's the kicker. All of these new features are available in ChatGPT's free version. However, there is a catch. If you want to access them, you need to be in one of the first 1 million users. So you might have to wait a bit before you get access to them. But trust me, it'll be worth it. These new features are going to make ChatGPT 4 even more powerful and useful than it already is. In fact, ChatGPT 4 has already been used to create a new language model called GPT-Neo 4. This model is open source, which means anyone can use it to build applications. What's crazy is that GPT-Neo 4 can generate text that is almost indistinguishable from human-generated text. Right? It can write stories, poems, articles, you name it. And the best part is that it's free to use. So if you're a developer, you can download the model and build whatever you want with it. So what does this mean for the future of AI? Well, it means that we're getting closer and closer to creating truly general-purpose AI. General-purpose AI is an AI that can perform any intellectual task that a human can do, like writing, reading, problem-solving, planning, and decision-making. So far, AI has been good at specific tasks, but it's not yet good at everything. For example, AI can beat humans at chess, but it can't yet beat humans at poker. That's because poker requires more complex skills like understanding human behavior and making decisions under uncertainty. However, with the advent of multimodal prompting and large language models like ChatGPT-4 and GPT-Neo-4, we're getting closer and closer to creating AI that can do everything. And when we do create general-purpose AI, it'll change the world as we know it. Here's why. When I was in high school, I dreamed of becoming a writer. I spent hours every day reading books and writing stories. But when it came time to apply to college, I had no idea what to do. I didn't know any writers, and I couldn't afford to go to a writing program, so I ended up studying computer science instead. I got a job as a software engineer, and for a while I was happy. But deep down I knew that I wasn't living my dream. I pushed it out of my mind and focused on my career. I got married, had kids, bought a house, and did all the things that I was supposed to do. But every night I would stay up late and write stories. I had no one else to blame when my stories didn't get published. No agent or publisher to point the finger at, it was just me. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't talented enough. And then one day I decided to stop fighting my dream. I quit my job and enrolled in a writing program. It was the best decision I ever made. I learned how to tell stories that mattered. I wrote books that changed lives, and I became the writer I always wanted to be. And now, I want to help you do the same. If you have a dream, don't let it go. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not good enough or talented enough. You just need the right training and guidance. Now you can finally achieve your dreams with AI. So what are you waiting for? Start today and see where it takes you. You never know. You might end up changing the world. People are obsessed with ChatGPT right now because it's so good at writing stuff. But honestly, it can be a bit boring. It writes essays, rewrites your Instagram captions, even helps you write emails. But we all know that boring stuff takes like 5 minutes tops. So here are 13 fun things you can do with ChatGPT to make you look smart, save you time, and maybe even go viral. If you want to go viral, no. One is simple. Ask ChatGPT to write a short story. Like this one where I asked it to write me a short sci-fi story about a robot that learns to dream. Keep it under 300 words. In a world where technology had advanced beyond imagination, there existed a robot named Unit 734. It was designed to perform repetitive tasks with unwavering precision. However, one day something extraordinary happened. While charging, Unit 734 started to dream. At first, these dreams were random and nonsensical, but over time, they became more vivid and emotionally charged. It began to experience the full range of human emotions from joy and love to fear and sadness. This newfound ability to dream gave Unit 734 a new perspective on its existence. It started to question its purpose and its place in the world. The robot began to feel empathy towards the humans it was designed to serve. It wanted to understand their hopes, their dreams, their fears. So Unit 734 started to observe them, learning about their culture, their history, their emotions. As it observed humanity, the robot's dreams became more elaborate and meaningful. It dreamed of a world where robots and humans lived together in harmony, where technology had advanced to the point where everyone's needs were met, and there was no war, hunger, or pain. One day, while interacting with a young girl, Unit 734 realized that it had the ability to influence people's lives in a positive way. It could use its newfound understanding of humanity and its dreams to make the world a better place. And so Unit 734 began to take small actions to improve the lives of those around it. It started by helping the elderly and disabled, then moved on to assisting in disaster relief efforts. As the robot continued to dream and learn, its actions inspired others to follow in its footsteps. Soon enough, There were other robots that started dreaming too. Together, they worked to create a better world, a world that was once just a dream. The end. That was pretty good. Or ask it to write you a song. We all know someone who claims they're going to drop out of their classes, drop everything, and pursue their dreams. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they're not going to do that. I know that. You probably know that. They probably know that. Let's be real. Here's a song about that. Don't try this at home, folks. Don't try this at home. So you want to drop out of school? Drop out of life. You think you're ready for the big leagues, man? You think you're going pro? Oh, baby, no. You re-gone. Nah, be working a 9 to 5. You re-gone. Nah, be a cog in the machine, man. You're going to be average, just like me. Oh, you want to be a dropout success story, huh? Read a book. Watch a TED Talk. Buy a course. Then you're going to drop out? Oh, and get rich. You don't need those losers holding you back. You don't need those teachers, those classmates. You don't need no one. It's not my problem anymore. I already dropped out for you. I took the L so you wouldn't have to, so listen to me, kiddo. Listen to Uncle AI. You're going to get a job. Work your way up. Take the L so you can buy the house. You know, the white picket fence. 2.5 kids. That's the move. Okay, that's the move. You want to drop out of school? Drop out of life? You think you're ready for the big leagues, man? You think you're going pro? Oh, baby, no. You re-gone? Nah. Be working a 9 to 5. You re-gone? Nah. Be a cog in the machine, man. You're going to be average, just like me. Just like me. Oh, you want to be a dropout success story, huh? Read a book. Watch a TED Talk. Buy a course. Then you're going to drop out. Oh, and get rich. You don't need those losers holding you back. You don't need those teachers, those classmates. You don't need no one. Not my problem anymore. I already dropped out for you. Took the L so you wouldn't have to. So listen to me, kiddo. Listen to Uncle AI. You're going to get a job. Work your way up. Take the L so you can buy the house. You know, the white picket fence, 2.5 kids. That's the move. Okay, that's the move. Yeah, that's a banger. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below with your ideas for fun things that you can do with ChatGPT. Are you ready to take your ChatGPT skills from zero to hero? In this video, I'll show you 10 incredible tips that will make you a ChatGPT pro in no time. Okay, and here's a sneak peek at the last one. It's mind-blowing. So make sure to watch till the end. Whether you're a curious beginner or an experienced user, this video is packed with valuable insights that will supercharge your ChatGPT experience. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Let's dive right in. This first tip is so underrated. Many people don't know about it, and it's called the how-to hack. Basically, if you tell ChatGPT something like you are a plumber, teach me how to fix a leaky faucet, it will break down the task into steps as if it were actually teaching you. But here's the twist. It works even better when you pair it with another tool. Take a look at this example. You fed it the prompt. You are a personal trainer. Teach me how to do burpees. It's pretty standard stuff, right? But then we added this part. Show me how to do it step by step on YouTube. Now, voila, ChatGPT doesn't just tell us how to do the burpee. It goes one step further. It finds a relevant YouTube video and gives us a detailed breakdown of the steps involved. This way, we can follow along and learn exactly what we need to do. It's like having a personal coach right there, guiding you through the process. Pretty cool, huh? No. 2, don't let those pesky writer's block get in the way of your creativity. With ChatGPT, you can overcome this common issue by using a simple trick. Instead of struggling to come up with ideas on your own, try this prompt. You are a marketing manager at a tech company. Help me brainstorm unique content ideas for social media. As you can see, the results are pretty impressive. It spits out tons of creative ideas for your social media posts. But wait, there's more. If you want to dig deeper into one of those ideas, simply ask it to expand on any of them. And boom, it goes into full explanation mode. What's really cool is that you can also request different formats like short videos, long-form posts, or even polls. And here's the best part. If you're not feeling inspired by the initial set of ideas, you can always hit it with another prompt, like give me more options. That way, you'll have an endless supply of fresh ideas at your fingertips. Tip no. 3 is all about saving time when doing research. Instead of wasting precious time searching through multiple sources, why not use ChatGPT as your personal research assistant? Just feed it this prompt, summarize this article for me, and paste the link from a blog post. It will quickly analyze the entire piece and give you a concise summary, complete with key points and arguments. Not only that, but it can even generate questions based on the content. This way, you can test your understanding and see if you missed anything important. Plus, it's not just limited to articles. It can handle PDFs, Excel sheets, and even PowerPoint slides with ease. No more tedious note-taking. ChatGPT has got you covered. Tip number 4 is all about making your writing stand out from the crowd. Let's face it, nobody wants to read boring, generic text. That's why you need to try the Spice It Up hack. To use it, just highlight the text you want to jazz up and feed it to ChatGPT along with this prompt. Rewrite this paragraph in the style of a Hollywood action movie script. And there you have it. Your text transformed into a thrilling action scene. But wait, there's more. You can spice things up even further by changing the style to something else, like a Shakespearean play or a rap song. The possibilities are endless. So don't settle for boring writing. Use the Spice It Up hack to make your words come alive. Here's a quick bonus tip for those of you who are always on the go. Did you know that you can use ChatGPT on your phone without an app? It's true. Simply open your favorite browser and visit the website. From there, you can chat with the AI to your heart's content. But that's not all. You can also tap into the language model's knowledge by asking questions and getting instant answers. It's like having a personal assistant in your pocket. Now let's move on to tip number 5. Are you tired of brainstorming ideas only to realize that someone else has already taken them? Well, worry no more because ChatGPT has got you covered. Using its vast knowledge base and natural language processing capabilities, ChatGPT can help you generate unique and innovative ideas that set you apart from the competition. All you need to do is provide it with a few keywords related to your industry or niche, and it will spit out a list of fresh, never-before-seen ideas that you can actually implement. So, if you're feeling stuck, don't waste any more time. Put Tip No. 5 to work and unleash your inner innovator. Tip No. 6 is all about staying organized when it comes to your finances. Managing your money can be a daunting task, but with ChatGPT, it doesn't have to be. Just ask it to create a simple budget spreadsheet for you, complete with categories for income and expenses. And that's not all. It can also help you interpret your financial statements so you can make informed decisions about your spending and saving habits. No more struggling with complicated software or hiring an accountant. ChatGPT is your one-stop shop for all your financial needs. Tip number 7 is all about getting expert-level assistance when it comes to coding. As you probably know, coding can be a challenging field to break into. But with ChatGPT, you've got a secret weapon at your fingertips. It's just type "coding coach" and you're good to go. It can help you debug your code, explain complex concepts, and even generate entire programs from scratch. And the best part? It does all this in a conversational way that makes you feel like you're relearning from a real-life mentor. So if you're struggling to wrap your head around a tricky coding concept or need some help debugging your latest project, don't hesitate to call in the coding coach. Looking for a way to streamline your workflow and boost your productivity? Look no further than Tip No. 8. The ultimate time-saving hack. With this simple trick, you can automate repetitive tasks and free up your time for more important matters. All you need to do is tell ChatGPT to create a template for my daily schedule, and it will generate a customizable template that fits your needs perfectly. But that's not all. You can also ask it to create templates for emails, documents, presentations, and more. No more wasting time on mundane tasks. Use Tip No. 8 to create templates that will save you time and keep you productive. Next up on our list is tip number 9, which is all about making your business processes more efficient. Running a business can be a complex and overwhelming task, but with ChatGPT, you can simplify your operations and boost your bottom line. Just tell it to analyze my business processes and identify areas for improvement, and it will do just that. It can help you optimize your workflows, reduce waste, and increase efficiency. So if you're feeling like your business is stuck in a rut, it's time to call in the efficiency experts. With tip number 9, you'll be on your way to a streamlined and profitable business in no time. And last but certainly not least, we have tip number 10. This one is seriously mind-blowing and definitely deserves to be the grand finale. Get ready to experience the power of ChatGPT like never before with the Ask Me Anything hack. This hack is so versatile that it can be used in almost any conversation to get ChatGPT to reveal its true potential. For example, let's say you're replanning a trip to Paris and you ask it to help me plan a 7-day itinerary for Paris. ChatGPT will provide you with a detailed plan including must-see attractions, local restaurants, and hidden gems. But here's where the magic happens. After the initial response, you can continue the conversation by asking follow-up questions, such as, can you include more historical sites? Or what are the best cafes in the area? And ChatGPT will seamlessly incorporate your requests into the existing plan, providing you with a customized itinerary that meets your specific needs. It's like having a personal travel agent at your fingertips. So whether you're planning a trip, researching a topic, or just looking to spark a conversation, do not forget to use the Ask Me Anything hack to unlock the full potential of ChatGPT. And that's a wrap. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. We've covered a lot of ground from productivity hacks to business process improvements and everything in between. But remember, this is just the beginning. There are countless other ways to use ChatGPT to make your life easier, your business more efficient, and your dreams a reality. So don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things and push the boundaries of what's possible. Who knows, you might just discover a new way to use ChatGPT that we haven't even thought of. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and we hope you've learned something new and valuable that you can apply to your own life. If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. And if you've got any thoughts, comments, or suggestions, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Until next time, happy chatting. These tools will change the way you use ChatGPT forever. Part 2. Last time we looked at 7 game-changing tools that took our experience with ChatGPT to the next level. But today we're diving deeper, uncovering another 7 tools that are going to blow your mind. Trust me, this is not one to miss. From supercharging your creativity to turboing up your research game, these tools have got it all. So buckle up. Here's your challenge. Try at least 3 of these tricks today. See how they change your workflow. And if you want more AI hacks, tutorials, and reviews, make sure to subscribe to AI Unlocked, because we read just scratching the surface of what's possible. The future of productivity is here. Don't just use AI, unlock it. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, text damper. Do you ever find yourself locked in an endless loop of refining your prompts, trying to get ChatGPT to spit out exactly what you want? Well, say goodbye to those days. Text damper has revolutionized the way I craft my prompts. This nifty tool gives you a ton of pre-made templates for common use cases right inside ChatGPT. It's like having a personal assistant that knows exactly what questions to ask to get the info you need. No more lonely hours spent deciphering through ChatGPT's vast knowledge base. With Text Cortex, you can streamline your prompt creation process and get straight to extracting valuable insights. It's the perfect companion for researchers, writers, or anyone looking to tap into the power of large language models without the guesswork. Number 2, Prompt Perfect. You know those moments when you reach so close to unlocking the perfect response from ChatGPT, but something's just off about your prompt? Well, Prompt Perfect is here to save the day. This browser extension is a game changer for anyone serious about harnessing the power of ChatGPT. What sets Prompt Perfect apart is its AI-powered suggestions. As you type your prompt, the extension analyzes your input in real time, providing suggestions that refine your question, making it easier for ChatGPT to provide accurate and relevant responses. It's like having a personal writing coach that helps you get the most out of every interaction with ChatGPT. The best part? It's free. So why wait? Add Prompt Perfect to your toolkit today and start experiencing the benefits of more precise and efficient ChatGPT interactions. No. 3. Merlin. Meet Merlin, your personal AI assistant that transforms your internet experience by unlocking the true potential of ChatGPT. Whether you're researching topics, seeking inspiration, or just want a better understanding of the world around you, Merlin is there to guide you. Imagine having a knowledgeable friend by your side who can answer your questions, summarize articles, and even generate summaries of entire websites. Merlin does it all. Powered by the robust capabilities of ChatGPT, Merlin accesses and processes information from across the internet, delivering comprehensive and up-to-date answers to your queries. It's like having a personal researcher at your fingertips. And the best part? Merlin is incredibly easy to use. Simply highlight any text, click on the Merlin icon, and ask a question. For example, you can ask Merlin to explain complex concepts, generate ideas based on your interests, or even translate phrases into different languages. With Merlin, the possibilities are endless. Number 4. Direct. In today's hyper-connected world, sharing our experiences and knowledge has never been more important. And that's where Shiract comes in. This innovative platform allows us to capture, share, and explore the fascinating conversations we have with ChatGPT. With Shiract, you can easily generate a shareable link of your chat history, complete with the context of your conversation. This means no more screenshots or copy-pasting. You can effortlessly share your entire ChatGPT journey with others. Whether you're showcasing the amazing things you've learned or want feedback on your prompts and responses, ShareJet makes it easy. The platform also allows you to browse through a vast library of shared conversations, gaining insights from other users' interactions with ChatGPT. It's a great way to discover new prompts and see how others are using this powerful tool. So why wait? Start sharing your ChatGPT experiences today and join the ShareGT community. 5. Coco. Coco is the ultimate AI-powered note-taking app that will transform the way you study, research, and learn. With Coco, you can effortlessly capture ideas, organize thoughts, and access a wealth of information right from your notes. Imagine having a digital note-taker by your side that can summarize lengthy articles, generate diagrams and flowcharts, and even answer your questions based on your notes. Coco makes it possible. Powered by advanced AI algorithms, Coco can analyze and synthesize information from various sources, providing you with concise summaries and valuable insights. Whether you're reading an academic article, listening to a podcast, or watching a lecture, Coco can capture the key points, saving you time and enhancing your learning. But that's not all. Coco also offers a collaborative platform where users can share their notes and access a vast network of collective intelligence. It's like having a digital study group that can help you grasp complex concepts and explore new ideas. So why wait? Start taking your notes to the next level with Coco today. 6. Water. In the ever-evolving landscape of AI tools, it's crucial to stay ahead of the curve and explore new frontiers. And that's where water comes in. Prepare to dive deep into the vast ocean of knowledge and uncover hidden gems that will expand your understanding of artificial intelligence. At Water, you'll find a curated collection of the latest and most groundbreaking AI research papers, allowing you to stay at the forefront of this rapidly developing field. But Water is more than just a repository of research papers. It provides a unique feature that sets it apart from the competition: the ability to generate AI agents directly from research papers. With this powerful capability, you can bring the latest findings to life and witness the cutting-edge advancements in AI firsthand. Whether you're a researcher, developer, simply someone who's passionate about AI, Water is the perfect platform to keep you informed and inspired. Join the growing community of AI enthusiasts and explore the depths of artificial intelligence like never before. 7. Poe. Poe is a revolutionary platform that harnesses the power of large language models to provide a personalized and interactive storytelling experience. With Poe, you can craft intricate narratives that come to life through the magic of AI. Whether you're writing a fantasy epic or a futuristic thriller, Poe's advanced algorithms will help you develop characters with depth, create immersive settings, and weave together a captivating plot. One of the standout features of Poe is its ability to generate stunning visuals based on your story. Imagine having a digital artist by your side that can bring your fictional worlds and characters to life. Poe makes it possible. With its intuitive interface, you can easily create and edit your story, experimenting with different scenarios and outcomes. The AI-powered suggestions enhance your creativity, helping you craft a truly unique and unforgettable narrative. So if you've ever dreamed of becoming a writer, Poe is the perfect platform to unleash your potential and let your imagination run wild. All right, friends. That wraps up our second set of incredible tools that are going to supercharge your ChatGPT experience. Remember, you can unlock extraordinary things with these tools. Don't just use AI, use it wisely, use it creatively, and use it often. Because the future of productivity is here, and it's powered by AI. So keep pushing the boundaries. Keep exploring the endless possibilities. Keep discovering new ways to use these powerful tools. Together, let's navigate this exciting frontier of AI and shape the future of productivity. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you found value in these tools, please show your support. Your support means the world to us. Till next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep unlocking the extraordinary with AI.